Alright guys, welcome to Gusto Reactions. Once again, thank you so much for always liking and sharing, subscribing, telling everyone about what we do right here at Gusto TV. I'll let Lala complete the remaining.
So yeah guys, we see all the comments, we see all the likes, we see all the subscribers.
Okay.
And Sheyi here is always stylishly liking with hearts and everything. If you see any heart on your comment, just know it's Sheyi. I mean, these days I've reduced a bit in...
Why you not responding to the comments and everything?
They're quite a lot. Yeah. And if I start responding to everybody, like trying to have a conversation with everybody, that would make me look like I don't have any other thing I'm doing.
So why don't you respond to some very particular comment of, oh, Shelu Nuruddin said, Lala, he has a woman for you. Lala, we have dollars for you. Come back home and everything.
We've responded to him
via the show.
Yeah, but I saw the comment. I wanted to reply like, let me just wait. Yeah. And when I
appreciated too, made a shout out to you as well.
Yes, top guy. And then the other guys who are always commenting. Yeah. I want the DMW.
The one I said they will hit you.
Samad.
Samad
is even Samad is, I think
it's JMW, I think.
I think it's JMW or Whiskey.
Yeah.
The ones that are happy when you say something bad about Whiskey, they don't the ones that are happy when you say something bad about
they know themselves.
The ones that are anything that has to do with Burna Boy number one.
Yes.
Naija something.
Naija Trends or something like that.
Naija Sports something.
Naija Entertainment.
Naija Entertainment.
Yes.
We see it too.
We see it too.
All the guys that comment, we thank you. And the guys who's always supporting me, are they something? I cite you like that.
Alright guys, thank you so much. We really do appreciate every one of you. I mean, it's been a DAVIDO Whiskey Burna Boy season for the past couple of weeks right now. Yeah. Everyone talking about them. They've been in the news for the wrong reasons, for the right reasons. Albums upon albums. Tiwa Savage as well has been in the mix as well. And of course, one person who had an album this year, but unfortunately, sadly, has been missing from the conversation, from the scene. Yeah. I know a lot of you love him so much. We also love him here at Gusto TV. Kizz Daniel. Kizz Daniel released the King of Love album. Yeah. Earlier in the year. I think around June.
Yeah, around June.
Yes, the album quite decent.
I think.
Yeah, quite decent actually.
I mean, I was anticipating the album, but I got disappointed.
That album had Ada
one.
And then it has Boys Are Bad. It's a good song as well.
1.5.
Okay. It also had Piper or Paper. It has It has
all these songs you are just mentioning.
Hold on. It has this song. Jaho. Come on.
Yeah, but Jaho had been released. Jaho had been released.
But it is part of the album.
No. Jaho before the Jaho acted as a filler to the album, because without Jaho and maybe one other track they had released before, that album would have been just mid. I mean, it's still mid, but it would have been less than mid.
Super mid.
Okay, maybe you can call it super mid. But yeah, he dropped he dropped a disappointing album. I expected a lot. I mean, during that period, I personally think there's something.
What makes the album disappointing for you? Like, I'm surprised.
Okay, Jaho came out, and Jaho firstly was one of the biggest songs at the start of the year.
Yeah, I mean, start of the year was.
You would think, oh, Kizz Daniel is back. Like, this jam is a jam. But then the video dropped, and the interpretation and everything on the video, that was a turn off for me. Like, I couldn't get what they were trying to portray on the video. So was that the video that made you dislike TJ Omori's concept? No, I don't dislike TJ Omori's concept. I just thought at that period TJ Omori was taking a lot of jobs, and then he wasn't delivering quality on some, because you can't get so many jobs as a creative person and deliver 100%. Unfortunately, Jaho was one of those ones that he didn't deliver as much as he could have. He didn't really tell a story that would portray. I mean, that would make the song bang even harder. Like, I would watch the video, I wouldn't want to watch it again, because it didn't do that for me. So that, although it didn't affect the song was still a jam. But it was something that led to the album. And then when the album was coming, King of Love, he made the announcements. People had things to say about, oh, is that really what's it called? Is that really a nice album name?
Yeah.
But then I thought there was nothing wrong with the album name because Kizz Daniel is known for making love songs. Whether mid-tempo love songs. Yes.
Would you a love song?
Would you, my love, yes.
Okay. Laye, love song, yeah.
It has a lot of songs that are dedicated love songs. So Kizz Daniel does make good love songs, and I thought there was nothing wrong in it naming the King of Love.
But a lot of people actually think that he does not deserve the right to actually refer himself to as the King of Love. I mean, if we're going to look at
who do you think deserves? You think Praise is an R&B guy?
I mean, yes, those kind of guys who do cool, sweet,
but it's because you
very
relate
subtle music.
You relate R&B to love music, right? But it doesn't. No. It doesn't always have to be an R&B song for it to be a love song.
Okay.
I mean, there are several songs who are Afrobeats, Afropop. They are love songs, but they are mid-tempo, banging that you sing, that you're energetic and you even dance to. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a slow song for it to be a love song.
True.
So that's why I didn't have a problem with the album title. So I expected a lot of love songs on the album. We did get a lot of love songs, but the disappointing part about it is it looked like he had no plans of pushing that album one. And then the makeup of the song, there were so many mid songs on the album that it didn't need. This album was long. I think it was about 15 or 16 tracks. It was long, one. And if it was going to be that long, you need to have major bangers. At least
21, I think 21 or 22.
21 tracks, are we?
Yeah.
You need to have major bangers of at least 10 if it's album going to be that long. But it was just filled up with a lot of mid songs that had no business being even put out. If anything, you should have even just go and sold the song to people or any of the young artists that you can just gift it to them or something. But then that album was filled with a lot of mid songs, and he didn't particularly push. First, before he dropped the album, he was quiet on all social media. He was deleting posts. He was not active. He was not doing anything. I, for one, thought something is wrong with this guy. Like, he really needs to get checked on. Like, he's probably going through depression. That's what went through my mind. I'm serious. Like, I was worried for him. Because how can someone be so talented, be at a point where he's about to break into like a top 5, top 3 scenario? And with I
totally agree.
With so much potential, and then just bam, out of it. There's no more issues with G Worldwide. I think they've settled themselves and everything. He's left his catalog. He's changed his name. That's gone out of the way. Now you're by yourself. So what is it? Is it that he has a wrong team behind him? I mean, they're not doing right by him. I mean, I don't know what it is, but during that period he dropped that album, he was out of sorts. If I want to use that word, he was out of sorts. He was not active. It looked like there was no plan. He just wanted to just drop something, and he dropped the album. And even till today, 6 months after, we're not seeing anything that looks like a plan. From that day that he dropped that album till now, we haven't seen anything that looks like a plan to pushing that album. You've only dropped what?
Just one video.
That video,
yeah.
One of the most decent tracks off the album, and to a particular audience, which is the Eastern audience. And he did bang for a while, but he didn't take advantage of anything. In as much as you want to blame the pandemic and everything, but people still are planning. People still plan, people still drop songs in the pandemic.
A lot of, now the thing is, even if when you look at the pandemic, we can say that the pandemic blew Ladipo.
Okay.
Wait, know you. Did you care blew during the pandemic?
Yeah.
Similar to blew during the pandemic. You get. We also got a couple of songs, Bad Boy Teams, during the pandemic as well. You get, so a couple of other guys as well. Oxlade as well. Davido, Wizkid, Burna Boy, the guys that we rate almost in the same class with Kizz Daniel, also were doing their thing during the pandemic. I mean, Davido talked about the fact that he went to the US, recorded with Nas and Hit Boy during the pandemic, shot the video with them, shot the video with Lil Baby during the pandemic. Like, a whole lot was going on. Wizkid also recorded a couple of the songs during the pandemic. Same with Burna Boy as well. Diddy actually had to executively produce the album via Zoom. So a lot of guys were doing stuff during the pandemic. So the pandemic, for me, shouldn't be an excuse. Now, looking at Kizz Daniel being a guy that at some point was rated as, in terms of lyrics or lyrically, he was almost at the same level with like Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy. It was next in line to be that true major Nigerian African superstar. Because of course this guy, he had an album called No Bad Songs. And not many people actually disagreed because they feel, Kizz Daniel does not really have a bad song.
A bad song plenty for
that album. No
bad songs
for King of Love. You know, that's the thing. Now, a lot of things have happened, and 2020 has not been a really good year for Kizz Daniel. I mean, it's not just really been a good year, it's been a very poor year for Kizz Daniel. Now, what exactly happened to Kizz Daniel in 2020? What happened?
I mean,
we expected a whole lot more.
We expected a whole lot more, and like I said, I'm still worried till now. I'm still worried. I think something is actually wrong. I'm not saying physically. I'm thinking something is really, really wrong. Like, I don't know. Perhaps he needs to see a therapist or something, but he hasn't come out to say I'm going through this or I'm not going through that. But it's a possibility that that's actually what is affecting him. That's what's wrong with him. Or could it be karma? I don't know. Did he mess G Worldwide up and it's just karma catching up with him? I don't know. But then you cannot have so much potential like that and become lazy all of a sudden. I mean, I'm saying it from we're not in the team, so we don't know. But from that's what it looks like. It looks like he just turned lazy all of a sudden.
Bro,
if he doesn't turn lazy, that means he has some issues he needs to sort out. And if I don't know if anyone that is on Kizz Daniel team is watching this or listening to this, people are legit worried about Kizz.
Yeah.
If he's going through stuff, he needs to come out. He needs to talk to people. If that's what's the problem, he needs to talk to people. That's the only way you can get better at whatever is wrong with you.
Yeah.
But he has so much talent, so much potential, and it's just a shame that he's not realizing it at this point. He's not realizing it.
For me, I think that when you have so much talent, like the one Kizz Daniel does have, you expect a whole lot more. I mean, was the load or the expectation on his shoulders, was it too much? Were people expecting too much from him?
I don't think people are expecting too much. If you look at late last year to early this year, I mean, he had a fine one. He had one ticket. I mean, that was it early night 2019? Major banger with DAVIDO.
Major banger with
like someone you're aspiring to be like.
Major banger.
Song. You had a song with Skibby.
Yeah.
Somebody There. Which is a bad jam.
Yeah.
I mean, all you had to do was just keep on following up this sort of jams.
And he had a song with Young John as well and then
Tiwa Savage. Hello Baby.
Yes.
That's just showcasing the talent. I mean, you just can't just wrap your hand around it. Like, what exactly is going on?
Yeah. No be true or true.
True. What's it called? I know the song you're talking about. Yeah.
So, Baby No Be True, that song, a major one as well. One of the biggest collaborations in the past couple of years.
You do top 20 songs released in Nigeria in that period. You mention these songs.
Do you understand?
That's the amount of talent that this guy has.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. Perhaps.
Weight of expectations?
Weight of expectation? Who's expecting things from him? Like, we know that, yes, you're talented.
It could be the pressure.
Pressure? Who is pressurizing him? Nobody. We know, yes, you're supposed to be top 3, top 5.
Exactly, that could be the pressure as well.
That's not.
People expect me to be on this height. So do you think he's working, or he was working in trying to not just focus on his own music, but looking at when you are trying to get to a goal, but then you are looking at the other guys, the goal, instead of looking at your own tracks.
He's supposed to be running his own race.
His own race, yes.
But he's looking at other people's.
Yes. Do you think that's the case?
No, I don't think that's the case.
So what's happening to Kizz Daniel? I'm legit worried.
I mean, I think to make myself feel better, I would want to assume that he's going through some mental challenges. Like, he needs to see someone. That's what's going to make me feel. Because I can't take the fact that maybe he's just lazy and he just feels, no, I don't need to do this again. Nah, I can't take that one. It has to be that he has some issues he needs to sort out.
There was a time he had to delete or archive all his posts on social media, posted just one, archived everything again, unfollowed everybody, came back again, followed some people, put everything back again, archived again, posted only 2, archived again. There's been a whole lot. I particularly follow, Kizz Daniel's page and everything, and a lot of news go out about those things. So there's a whole lot of Kizz Daniel clears all page. Kizz Daniel puts only one thing. Kizz Daniel deletes a video after posting it. There's been a whole lot at the time.
Those are pointers. Like, he's probably calling out. I don't know. When people act out like that on social media, they are usually using it to get people's attention. And I think there needs to be a deliberate. I mean, if there are people in the industry that really love, people who are close to him that really love Kizz Daniel, they need to reach out to him.
Do you think they wouldn't have reached out to him?
I haven't seen anybody. I mean, anybody.
They won't do it in public.
It looks like he's forgotten right now. That's the most painful part. Like, you see conversations, you don't hear Kizz Daniel.
You don't. You don't. For an album that came out just about 5 months ago.
It looks like it's people will be mentioning, oh, the most talented, the most this, I mean, the best song, and nobody will mention Kizz Daniel.
Lost in the conversation. Yes.
He's lost in the conversation.
How is he always lost in those conversations?
Someone needs to call him out for an interview or something, and check up on him, and maybe do an interview and let people know exactly. Because
is he even media friendly?
He's not media friendly.
I don't think he's media friendly actually. I don't think he's.
I mean, there might be one or two question marks about his character. Well, apparently signed DAVIDO one time. Well, we know the details of that. Deal was a bit sketchy, and then he had an issue where he was shouting at the guy, blah blah blah. I mean, that was years ago. That was like a year ago, right? I don't know what to think for Kizz Daniel right now. I don't know what to think for him. But
I mean, it's actually so bad that if Kizz Daniel sees this video, you really can't predict what he's going to do. You know, as regards seeing it on Twitter or something, probably a block. You get blocked the channel or block.
No, see, we're actually even making this video out of a place of concern.
Yes.
If we didn't regard him as someone who's talented, who we value his creativity in the industry, we won't be talking about him. It's out of a place of concern for him. So if anybody's close to him and listening to this, please. Kizz Daniel needs to get his act right. If he wants to say he's retired from making music, he should make that statement, and then we know that yes, he's truly retired. If he feels that there's some pressure, he needs to let people know exactly what's going on with him. Before he dropped an album, he was quiet for a long time. For a very long time. And now he's dropped the album, he has still gone back to hibernation mode. We need to know what's going on with Kizz Daniel. He might be battling some things we don't know, but then it makes it easier on people like us who are
lovers of his music. Very huge lover of
people like us who care for him genuinely. This is not a criticism at all. It is not. We just want to find out what's going on with Kizz Daniel. This is like a reach out to him.
DAVIDO, Wizkid, Burna Boy, Two-Face, Banky W, like every other guy, the other guys in this industry. What should a Wizkid? Wizkid has a song with Kizz Daniel. DAVIDO has a song with Kizz Daniel. Burna, I don't think Burna has a song with Kizz Daniel yet. They don't have a song together. But of course, I'm sure there are colleagues in this industry. What should be their role in trying to, have they reached out to Kizz Daniel?
But you know what the thing is? A lot of people usually have their own courses they are carrying around. I mean, they have their own issues they're sorting out. So in most cases, they're not really thinking, how is this guy doing or how's that? They probably just have living their life and all that.
I mean, these guys have albums, so probably
they have songs to push. They'll probably focus on all that. So it only takes a conversation like what we're having now to now take people back and there is this guy. What's happening with him? And things like that. We know that veterans from the 90s, for example, there was Baba Faye at one point needed some cash. I mean, he had some health challenges, but nobody's talking about Baba Faye. It took him coming out on the social media to
appeal,
I beg, help me, this is that he was going through depression, he needed to solve this and solve that, and it took a Daddy Shoki. Their colleagues from that time, it took a Daddy Shoki to now call out and raise awareness and say, this guy, I beg, he has delivered music for this generation.
Kizz Daniel's own is not.
Nobody has come out.
I don't think Kizz Daniel's own is a case of maybe cash or.
No, it's not cash. His own is.
It's just something he needs to come out and actually say what the problem is. I mean, it's almost obvious. I mean, we are not going to say, we are 100% sure
what it is.
But of course, from the look of things, after having studied the whole thing, seems like there's something going on. I mean, you can't hide it. There's something going on with Kizz Daniel.
Yes.
And music, career-wise, and everything. What is the management doing? What are his close allies and everything? What are they doing? What does Kizz Daniel need to do to get back up? I mean, because right now we can't fool ourselves and say he's not down at the moment.
He's down. Exactly. He's down. So what he needs to do, if he decides, I mean, if it's the question of not taking music seriously, if he decides, I'm pretty sure he has dope, amazing songs that he can use to come back. But the thing is, if you leave it too late, people will forget about you and move on. Now we have newer artists who are popping up, and it's going to be harder for any old, from 5 or 6 years ago, who has left the scene, who hasn't been consistent, to come back and try and reclaim that spot. Nah, there are people already comparing newer acts.
Case in point, when they cool.
Yes, it's hard for him to come back. Now, Lukesh, I love Lukesh, but I'm not going to deny the fact that yes, is not at the level they used to be, and he's trying to do a comeback. But now people are comparing a newer act and saying, "Oh, this person reminds me of Lil Kesh." If anybody tells you that somebody reminds you, that means set 13 len. Yeah. In English, it means
reminding you of a legend, of someone
who has done it before and is no longer in the conversation. So yes, you need to be active as a musician. We know it's hard. It's a hard thing to do, but you do make a lot of money from it. And if you want to stay consistent for a long time, I mean, if you want to be in the news, you have to stay consistent. Here's the point: Wizkid, Burna Boy, David. These guys, year in, year out, are always there
in the conversation. And you have the songs. Kizz Daniel truly does have the songs.
Yeah.
He has. We can't say he doesn't have the resources to push.
Perhaps it's the Flyboy team. You guys need to wake up, I beg.
Maybe, just maybe they need to wake up from their slumber. Who exactly is Kizz Daniel's manager? Rebecca in London, or Sleaze, or Folu? Who exactly manages Kizz Daniel? Who are part of the team for Flyboy? What exactly is going on there? We need to know.
Someone should even manage his page or something, so that
he'd
be active. Like, you get on his page, you see spaces of 3 weeks. A month
and
for
everything.
Post, like, no, that's not for an artist. Nah, that's not good enough.
And this guy had one of the the biggest ever viral challenge with the FU thing. Every major artist almost
that was very monumental for him. Although he wasn't the first to, Olamide had done that.
Who You Help,
with Who You Help, but he came and replicated the success of that.
And it was
he was still relevant in doing the protest where, but
FU was last year or 2018.
2018, and then what's his name? They still use the beat. Lekon used the beat to do
the NSAS thing. Yeah.
Rugged Man used the beat.
Use the beat as well.
Still relevant.
So it's still very relevant. And of course, for an artist who actually knew exactly what his struggle is, struggled to get out of G Worldwide and then form Flyboy, perhaps he should have stayed back at G Worldwide.
If the conditions were not for him, or perhaps he should have just finished his contract at G Worldwide. He would have given him more time to set up.
He cannot be the boss of himself at the moment.
He can't be the boss. That's why from the little that has happened after he left he can't be the boss of himself and he can't be the boss of others. That's what it looks to seem right now.
Guys, I mean, this for me and for Lala, this is a call to action for Kizz Daniel and his team. It's a call to action. Why exactly has Kizz Daniel been silent in 2020, as in super silent for someone who has an album and then is totally missing from the conversation? It is not good enough. And of course, Pato Rankin dropped an album this year and he's still, he's still dropping videos, doing some tweets, getting one or two.
Money no day for video.
Do you understand?
Let me just go and console myself with.
Do you understand with the fact that there's something?
With these 2 albums.
I mean, guys, what do you think is wrong? What do you think is wrong with Oluwatobi?
Now you didn't know first name and last name.
Oluwatobi Anidugbe, that's his name. Kizz Daniel, what exactly is wrong? 2020 has been super silent, super quiet for him, social media wise, album wise. Yes, he dropped an album, but like everything has just been more or less like he didn't drop an album at all. What exactly is wrong with Kizz Daniel? Why has 2020 been super silent for him? What does he need to do to get back on his feet? What does he need to do? Does he need to change his management? Does he need to change, his team? What exactly does Kizz Daniel need to do? We love him at Gusto TV, and we are super worried about the current state of things right now. Hopefully, he's going to see this video and see it as a show of love and not as criticism, because right now we are just concerned because we love him and we want him to get to the very top. I mean, when someone is regarded as top 3 or top 4 when it comes to music in this Nigeria, you know that you are really, really talented. Out of the millions of artists, you are like top 5 in Nigeria. According to so many people, they love your music, and of course you're failing the art, you're failing the fans right now, because fans expect a whole lot more from you, but you're failing them by not delivering music consistently. So we need to hear from you guys what you think about Kizz Daniel and 2020. Has it been super silent, or has it been just there for you? Let us know exactly what you think, and we'll be right here to talk about every single thing. Maybe, just maybe, we'll bring someone from Kizz Daniel's team to come right here to come and talk about what has been happening. Maybe even Kizz Daniel himself will be right here, and of course myself and Lala is going to be in our middle, and we're going to have to quiz him to ask him exactly why 2020 has been silent for him. Guys, thank you so much for staying put with us right here at Gusto TV. It's been Gusto Reactions on this not very sweet note because of Kizz Daniel. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Peace out.